In the dense mist of northern Pennsylvania, a forest swallowed by age and legend cradled a forgotten town named Eldergrove, a place that had not been on any map since 1962. For decades, rumors had whispered of strange disappearances, ghostly figures, and a clock tower that never ticked. On a cold October morning, Sarah Whitaker, a young journalist from Philadelphia, received a cryptic letter. Eldergrove remembers. You must come before the veil shuts forever. There was no return address, only a black wax seal with an emblem of an owl and crescent moon. Driven by curiosity and a fading career, Sarah packed her gear and drove north. The journey became stranger with each mile. Her GPS blinked out. Cell service vanished. Yet a strange sense of purpose compelled her forward. By twilight, she found it, Eldergrove, hidden behind a decaying iron gate with vines crawling over its name. Inside, cobbled streets lay abandoned, except for one flickering light in an inn called the Hollow Hearth. Inside, the innkeeper, a pale, blind man named Mr. Corvin, greeted her as if expecting her. You've come, just like your grandmother once did. Sarah froze. Her grandmother had disappeared without a trace in 1962. Over a tense dinner, Mr. Corvin revealed little. Just stories. A town cursed by secrets. A veil that kept it apart from the world. And a watcher in the clock tower. That night, Sarah dreamt of a massive owl with silver eyes watching her from the tower, whispering her name. The next day, she explored the town, camera in hand. The townsfolk, strange and silent, watched from their windows. No children. No laughter. Only whispers of wind. In the library, she found her grandmother's name, Lillian Whitaker, signed into the registry in 1962. Next to it, a red symbol of a crescent moon crossed by a dagger. Suddenly, the librarian, an eerie woman with jet-black eyes, appeared behind her. Blood remembers. That is why you're here. Before Sarah could respond, a loud bell rang from the clock tower, its first chime in over 60 years. The sky darkened unnaturally. The town seemed to hold its breath. Sarah ran out, staring at the tower. A dark figure stood on the balcony, staring back. The figure on the clock tower vanished, but the eerie echo of the chime lingered. Sarah felt pulled toward the tower by something deeper than fear, like a memory not her own. She pushed through the thickening fog, past shops with boarded windows, and up the winding path to the tower. At its base stood a rusted door etched with the same owl and moon emblem from the letter. With trembling fingers, she pushed it open. Inside, the air was heavy with dust and the scent of burning sage. Candlelight flickered on the walls, revealing ancient symbols drawn in chalk. A staircase spiraled upward into darkness. She climbed. At the top, the final step creaked as she entered the upper chamber. And there he was, the Watcher. Draped in a feathered cloak, face hidden beneath an owl mask, the man stood with his back to her, gazing at the motionless gears of the ancient clock. Lillian Whitaker was warned. She opened the veil and paid the price, he said without turning. Sarah's voice cracked. What happened to her? He slowly turned. Behind the mask, eyes shimmered silver. She chose knowledge over silence. And now you have a choice too. The Watcher lifted a small box from the table beside him, made of obsidian, bound with vines that pulsed like veins. Inside is the memory of every truth this town hides. But truth has a cost. Once you see, the world you knew ends. The memory box. Sarah opened the box. A whirlwind of images flooded her mind. Generations of townspeople summoning a force they couldn't control. A cult devoted to an ancient forest god, Elaron, who granted blessings in exchange for souls. Lillian, her grandmother, was among them, a member turned rebel, trying to stop the rituals. She'd discovered the key to sealing Eldergrove permanently behind a mystical barrier called the Veil. But she vanished before she could finish the ritual. And now, the veil was failing. Sarah collapsed, trembling. The Watcher,